After spending over 1,000 hours hunting noobs on PUBG, I figured out some crazy things you can do. In this video, I'll be showing you some amazing ninja spots. Don't worry, a new PUBG ninja montage will be coming after this video. Big thanks to Hotspot Shield for sponsoring this and supporting me. Hotspot Shield is a VPN that can change your internet location, unblock your connection, and let you browse the internet like a ninja. I actually use Hotspot Shield all the time on my phone and computer. Right now it's taking me 5 minutes to find a game on Erangel because not many people are playing at this time on NA servers. But when I open up Hotspot Shield and change my internet location to the UK, I can find games fast because more people are playing at this time on EU servers. If you're struggling to find games, you can try Hotspot Shield VPN for free. You can download it on your phone, tablet, and computer by clicking the link below in my video description. In my last PUBG Ninja montage, I found this amazing spot on top of these huge ceiling lights inside this restaurant, which is located all around the map. There's actually 5 of these buildings in different cities on Erangel, and each one has these ceiling lights inside. So how did I get up there? It's actually really easy. All you need is a UAZ. The entrance to the building is just big enough to allow the entire UAZ to drive inside. Once you drive inside, all you have to do is just jump on top of the vehicle, get on the roof, and this is going to give you enough height to allow you to climb onto the lights. You can climb on top of each light. There is 6 of them, but unfortunately you can't use the UAZ to climb on top of all of them because there isn't enough space for you to drive around with a UAZ. But if you find a motorcycle, you can actually bring the motorcycle inside the building, drive it on top of the tables, and this is going to give you enough height to allow you to climb onto the lights, but this is also an easy way to get your motorcycle stuck on the table. I actually really like this spot because no one would ever think to look up here unless they saw how I bullied the noobs in my last ninja montage. Another insane spot I got to in one of my ninja montage videos that made a lot of you confused was this huge warehouse which is next to the prison and shelter. There is no staircase to get on the roof and there is no way for you to climb up to the top. So how did I do it? Well, in the video, me and Benjoy got to the top by using a motorcycle and using this rock, which can actually be used like a ramp because it has a perfect slope that allows you to get to the top when you hit it with speed. I also found a second way to get to the top by using this picnic table, which can also act like a ramp because if you hit it with a lot of speed and at the right angle, you can actually bump up into the air and get on top of the roof. Using the rock can be very tricky. For some reason I can't get enough air. I actually take tons of damage when I try it. I'm not sure if it's because I suck, but whenever Benjoy tries it, we can always land on the roof. You have to be extremely careful doing this because there is a lot of holes in the roof. Sometimes you might have to just jump off and get lucky. If you try this using the picnic table bump, you need to make sure you land on the roof because you need to use your motorcycle to get enough height so you can climb up to the top. There's 3 parts to the entire roof. Once you climb up to the second part, you can actually climb up to the very top of the roof and then walk around wherever you want. If you manage to pull this off in a game and get up here, you will definitely be at a huge advantage because no one's going to expect you to be on top of such a huge crazy roof unless they see you on top. If you play PUBG, you already know that everyone camps on the bridge, but you probably didn't know that you can get to the top of the bridge. You can actually even drive a motorcycle on the entire bridge and cross it. There's 2 ways to get on top of the bridges going to the military base. You can climb the bridges, but if you want to get to the very top of the entire bridge, you're going to have to use a motorcycle and land on top. To climb the bridge, there's 4 support beams on each end that you can get on top of. These support beams are higher than the rest of the support beams that are above the road, and these are the ones that you can actually get on top of by just doing a simple climb and jump. To climb the bridge, you're going to have to go up to the beams that connects to the high support beams, and you have to go up against the part where the railing and the support beam meet. And then you can just climb over the railing. If you climb over the railing anywhere else, you're going to fall off the entire bridge. You have to climb up at this specific spot because the support beam is actually going to stop you from climbing over and falling off. Once you're on the support beam, you can just easily walk up, but if you want to get higher, you're going to have to jump onto the middle support beam, and to make this jump, you're going to need to do a quick run and jump on an angle. This jump is really tricky to do because you can easily fall off, but once you make it, you can walk across the support beam going over the entire road on the bridge, and you can actually go up higher on the bridge by walking up the support beams on the side. If you want to get to the very top of the bridge, you can do that with a motorcycle, Both bridges have a hill under them that you can use to jump up to the top and actually land with your motorcycle on top of the bridge. I do not recommend trying this with a 3-seat motorcycle because that bike just isn't good for doing stunts and tricks. The regular motorbike is the best when it comes down to doing stunts. The 3-seat motorcycle is just hard to turn with, it's bigger, and it just isn't good for this type of stuff. For the east bridge, you can use the hill right next to the bridge. The goal is to just get enough speed so you can land on top. You don't want to be going too fast so you fly over the entire bridge, and you don't want to be going too slow so you don't make it to the top. I found out that starting right under the bridge next to the water is the best spot that gives you just enough speed so you can make it on the top. For the west bridge, there is a hill next to the bridge that works perfectly just like the other hill for the other bridge. I found out that if you start next to this rock and then line yourself up with the first and second tree, you're going to have the perfect run up with the right amount of speed and angle to land on top of the bridge. When you're on the bridge, you can drive all over the top. You can also drive on the small beams and use them to turn around. If you manage to get up here during a game, you can use your motorcycle and cross the entire bridge. If you want to get off your motorcycle, this is the part where you have to be extra careful because it is very easy to fall off the entire bridge and die. When you're on a motorcycle, when you get off the front seat, you're always going to jump out to the left if there is no object in the way, and if you're on the back seat, you will always jump off directly behind the motorcycle if there is no object in the way. This is very important to know because once you're on the bridge, all you have to do is just switch to the back seat and then get off the bike. You can also angle your motorcycle and get off of it sideways, but it's easier to just switch to the back seat and jump off. You can also ditch your motorcycle once you're on the bridge by switching seats and quickly jumping off the back while driving it off. If you don't ditch the bike, there's a huge chance someone might see it on top and then see you. Getting to the top of bridges is insane, but you can also get on top of water towers. And if you manage to get on top of these during a game, I'm pretty sure people are going to get mad and report you for hacking. I figured out how to land on top of 3 water towers. The first water tower is at the ferry pier. If you get up here, you can basically see the entire ferry pier from the top. This one is super easy to get on top. I can get up here almost every time I try it. I know it looks and it's going to sound crazy, but trust me, it's actually really easy to do. To get to the top, you're going to have to get full speed with the motorcycle. You're going to have to go off the hill, use the roof of the building as a ramp, and then lean back when you go off the roof so you can wall ride up the side of the water tower. Once you ramp off the rooftop, you have to lean back because if you don't, you're going to end up crashing into the water tower. When you lean back in the air, you're going to use your tires to ride up to the top instead of crashing into it. You can also get on top of the water tower that is at the town west of the ferry pier. This one is also very easy to do. All you have to do is get a lot of speed while driving on the beach and then use this little tiny hill as a ramp, which is going to launch you really high up into the air. And if you go up the hill at the right angle, you will fly up towards the water tower, and if you do it really good, you actually end up flying over the entire water tower. The last water tower I know how to get on top of is north of the ferry pier, and this one is a bit challenging to do because if you mess up doing the jump, you're going to crash directly into the house. You have to go up the hill with max speed while barely missing the building. Once you land on top of these water towers, I recommend ditching the motorcycle so no one sees it. I do that all the time. All you have to do is just let it roll away and then quickly jump off before you fall off with the motorcycle. You can also just jump off these spots and survive. You're going to lose a lot of health from falling, so before attempting this stuff, bring some stuff to heal up with like a first aid kit or bandages, and then try to jump on something below to minimize your falling damage. Another huge warehouse that you can get on top of is the one across from the Milta power plant. You can get on top of the entire roof by doing a couple of jumps and climbing to the top. To start, you have to climb up the pipes in the front of the building. All you do is walk up the pipe that's falling and then jump onto the top. Once you're up here, you won't be able to stand up unless you stand up in this opening. Once you stand up, you have to climb over and get to the top. From here, you have to make the jump over the gap onto the other pipe because you have to walk on top of this entire pipe system to get to the warehouse. I know you can get inside the warehouse and go to the top, but if you want to go on top of the roof, you have to do it this way and follow this pipe system to the warehouse. When you're on top of the pipes, try not to fall into the holes because it's really annoying to get back out. I recommend just running on the sides. Once you get to the warehouse, just climb on top. Now once you're up here, you can either stay up here or continue climbing and jumping to make it to the top of the roof. If you want to make it on top of the roof, you first have to climb on top of this tank, and normally You can't do that, but there is a pipe on this floor that actually gives you that little bit of height that allows you to climb onto the tank. Once you're on this little pipe, you can actually just climb right on top of this tank from the side of it. And now this is going to be the hardest part. This is the jump where you either make it on top or you can just end up falling back to the ground. From here, you have to use the top of the tank and do a quick running jump onto the pipe sticking off the wall. Once you land on the pipe, you can just jump onto the roof. This is the only way to get on top of this roof, and this is definitely another really high spot you can use for your advantage during a game. I know this was a different type of video, but this is the type of stuff that I do all the time when playing PUBG. I spend a lot of time looking for things like this because I'm actually using these spots during games to hunt noobs for my Ninja Montage clips. If you want to see another video like this, please let me know. A new PUBG Ninja Montage will be coming soon, and I hope this video helped teach you something new on PUBG. Stop.